And we are live, guys. Welcome to another live stream from the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. Today we're talking about your emotions. And we're gonna, for a split second, take them completely out of the picture when it comes to your success journey, okay? Because if you involve emotions into your success journey, it becomes extremely difficult to succeed. First, right now, we just got to ask ourselves this question. Do you want more? If the answer is yes, then we need to figure out how to get to the land of our dreams as fast as possible at the same time as it is done sustainably, right? We got to sustain our growth so that we can have that abundance in the land of our dreams forever. There's no point in getting rich quick and then being poor again. In fact, it's perhaps even worse to get rich and then return back to poverty, okay? Than just staying in poverty forever. Maybe. However, you want to get to the land of your dreams and stay there. So, what does it take? Remember, we've taken out the emotions now. So let's say, for example, hey, you want to make 50 feature films, right? So my older brother has always said he wants to make movies. All right, let's make movies. We've taken the emotions out of it completely. What is necessary for you to make movies? Again, just an example. You know what your dreams are, and if you don't know, you need to figure that out. And if you don't know how to figure that out, maybe I should make a video about it. But you need to know it, at least in which direction to go. And if you don't know which direction, you just need to go in any direction. Just start the process. The most important thing to know is that you are thinking big and you want to go somewhere big, okay? Because then all of this applies to you. So let's say you want to make those 50 feature films. What do you have to do in order to get there? Well, you need to start with one, right? You can't make 50 if you haven't done one yet. So you gotta start there. What is necessary for you to make a feature film? Well, you gotta start with the script. Very simple, right? If you don't have a good script, there's not gonna be a feature film. So you gotta get the best script possible that you know other people, millions of people are going to love. That's how you start a feature film. And then you begin to network your way to making that feature film. Because you can't make it on your own, right? You need other people in order to make a feature film because it's a grand production. You need the funding. Not so much these days, okay? Because you can actually get a really fancy camera. And remember how they made the Blair Witch Project? They literally had a budget of like $12,000. For a very fancy, nice camera. They went into the woods and that was it. And they had a genius marketing campaign and boom, it suddenly became one of the most successful movies that would, like, of all time in terms of the horror whatever thing, okay? But I'm just explaining to you now some simple steps of what needs to be done in order for you to manage to get there. And if you want a bigger budget, or the movie you want to make needs a bigger budget, then you need to get crowdfunding, right? That's a good way of doing it too. Or you can actually get extremely good at getting funding from the right people that have the cash to give it to you. And not just give up because one institution doesn't want to give it to you. Do you understand what I mean? And now you're also networking. As you're getting the funding, you're talking to people. And as you're talking to people, etc., etc. I could go on and on and on, but this success is just the simple steps that need to be taken consistently over a long period of time until you arrive at your goal. And it doesn't matter what your goal is. Success is simple. It is not hard. It is not difficult. What's difficult is your brain and your emotions and your behaviors not being in line with your goal and vision for your life. If your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors align perfectly with the land of your dreams, you're gonna automatically get there. Automatically, because that's how we as humans are wired. Please us men towards success. You simply consistently show up over a long period of time and the exponential growth curve will always happen. Always. There is no exception to that rule. The universe has designed it in such a way that you will 100% for sure make it if you keep going. That's all it is. That's without your emotions. The probability that you succeed if you allow your emotions to come into the play, right, to get in the way of you achieving your goal, that probability decreases massively. Your emotions is what's in the way. Interestingly enough, though, let's now insert emotions into the story. What happens? Well, first of all, we need to have a motive, right? Motivation. That's where it comes from. A motive basically means a picture, right? You need to have a picture, which is basically your vision of the land of your dreams. I'm not necessarily talking about making a dream board or whatever it is that people are talking about, although that could probably help. Why? Because we've inserted emotion now. You probably have a passion. Whenever you think about your dreams, whenever you think big, whenever you get this epiphanies of what is possible and what you could do once you begin to think big because of this channel, then you're beginning to get good emotions. You're beginning to feel good, yes, I can do this. And you got confidence, and someone is breathing confidence into you, like me, for example. You will begin to have these emotions towards your dreams, right? I was telling one of my clients the other day, who's a personal trainer, and I told him the only thing you need to do in order for you to quit your other jobs that has nothing to do with personal training, you simply start out first with a customer every single month, $300 that they pay for 12 sessions. That's it, right? Anyone can do that, and it's cheap. Right? Having a personal trainer for $300 a month for 12 sessions, amazing. Okay, so it's $25 per session. And then you simply make it so that over time you get more and more clients. You got to have a habit in place to get more and more and more and more and more and more clients. Over time you'll have 20 clients. When you got 20, that's a cap. You can't have any more and serve them well. So you need to make sure at that point that you'll increase your prices steadily but surely. Within 6 to 18 months, for sure, it's 6 months if you have a coach. If you don't have a coach, it'll take you 18 months. It's ridiculous how much time you can save if you've got someone who can help you to take these steps faster. Because what's happened with him, when I told him that, bro, you increase your prices from $300 to $400 to $500 a month, and you still retain 20 clients because you keep improving your product, getting better, etc., etc. Suddenly, you're making now $10,000 a month, and you've replaced your jobs, and everything's wonderful. Amazing how that works. Now you can begin to develop passive income because you're selling courses online, and then you, etc., etc. Do you understand what I mean? What I'm just basically telling you is that you need to have a vision. When I told him about this vision, he was like, oh my gosh, wow, whoa, I can make $10,000. This is amazing. It's simple. You just do the math and then it's done. Now there's an emotion there, right? That's a positive. You've got to infuse your dream with emotion. Why? Because of remembrance. Memory. If you understand how memory works, how your brain works in terms of remembering things, you have to infuse emotion into it. Once you infuse emotion into your dream, that this is what you desire, you're obsessed about it, you're gonna get it, I will until you got that emotion going, now your brain is going to remember it. Why is it important that your brain remembers what the vision and motive is? Because if you forget about what you want, then the next day, when you're not in the same environment where you're looking at your dreams, you're thinking about your dreams, you're fantasizing about your dreams, suddenly life gets in the way, doesn't it? Because you've got so many other distractions. Oh, I need to put food on the table for myself. I need to do this, I need to do that, and I need to help everyone, and I have a job, and I have this, that, and the other, and my religion, and my limiting beliefs, and blah, 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 blah. All of these things are distractions that are taking away the emotions that you had yesterday. Yesterday, I'm just making an example, you had the motive clear. You knew exactly what you wanted, and you were going to every single day take massive action in order to get there. But the next day you forgot about it. Why did you forget? right? Because of your emotions. You stuff your brain up with a lot of crap. A lot of crap. Distractions. And every distraction is equal. Because every distraction is not taking you to the land of your dreams. Right? You got a distraction? Is it taking you to the land of your dreams? No. Well, but remember, we're trying to take emotion out of it now. You have the emotion, which is great because it's going to help you remember. But now you've got another emotion, and this emotion happens more often than the emotion that you have when you're thinking about your goals and dreams, right? So these distractive emotions are now taking away, they're drowning out the motive. They're drowning out the vision that you had for yourself. So you begin to make decisions now instead on the rationality of your success journey, the consistency, showing up every single day for a long period of time until you get exponential growth. Your current emotions, the day after, when you're distracted by every single other thing in your life, is now drowning out the emotions you had yesterday. Because you forgot about the thing that you desire. Right? Your emotions are causing you to take a different path. You're now distracted. You're detoured, or you're basically tempted to go in a different direction than what you planned yesterday. And then the next day arrives, and then the next day arrives, and then the next day arrives. Oh man, it's been a week. And I haven't even thought about, I was supposed to do this, and I was supposed to do this, and I was supposed to do this to get to the land of my dreams. But I haven't done it yet. I don't know why. Because of your lack of control over your thoughts, your emotions, and your behaviors. Right? It's all about your emotions. Because emotions will always overreach or trump the rational remembrance that you've got. Okay? Because emotions are more powerful than our thinking for a time until we can switch that over so that our brains and our thinking is more powerful than our emotions so that we can control and funnel those emotions towards the land of our dreams. Does that make sense? So we've got the first step. You made the decision. You got the motive and vision, hopefully. If you don't, you got to get it. Number 2, you now are remembering or trying to remember on a daily basis what your vision is. What do I recommend? Well, you need to have your dreams and visions everywhere, but in such a way that other people can't ridicule you. Because they don't know about your success journey. They don't know what you want. They don't know where you're going. And if you tell them, they're going to laugh at you, right? They're not gonna infuse you with belief. They're gonna give you limiting beliefs because you become who you associate with, right? But you need to hang up, you need to have on your phone, you need to remember. I remember a success guy back in the day when people were wearing watches. What he'd do is, there was no iPhone back, 20 years ago, whatever. And then he said that what he'd do is he'd put his goal on his watch. Do you know that statistically back in those days, people would check their watch like literally 50 times a day. And he had his goal, that was his goal for that month or whatever it was, stuck to his watch, and he just looked at he was going to try and find the clock, but instead he found his goal, his vision, right? Then this is how he remembered. He put it everywhere. He put it above his bed, in the ceiling. When he wakes up, his eyes open, and he sees his goal, his vision. He went into the bathroom. There's a piece of paper on the mirror saying, "This is my goal." Do you understand what I mean? Because the moment you begin to do this, you begin to remember. This is what you gotta do in order for you to be consistent on your journey towards the land of your dreams. The only reason why you are distracted from doing the consistent things and showing up every single day for a long period of time to get the exponential growth curve, the only reason you're not doing it is because you're forgetting about it on a daily basis. I'm here on a bi-daily basis, every single day if you watch my Women of High Value channel, to remind you of where you're going. You need that daily reminder, okay? And that's what I'm offering you at the same time as you need to put everything in place in your home and everywhere else that you can without other people seeing it, because you don't want them to ridicule you. You don't need that in the beginning stage of your journey, right? It's for you to remember. This is awesome. Don't allow life to get in the way of the land of your dreams. All distractions are equal. And now I come to step number 4. Whatever, don't forget the numbers. I had a client who's telling me he had a lot of things that he needed to get done. I gave him homework, he needed to get this done. And he told me in the evening that, oh yeah, I didn't do what I was supposed to do. Well, okay. And so you went to work instead, working the 80 hours and all that stuff. And he's like, no, actually, I was just home all day. And but you were supposed to do the things that we agreed that you were gonna do. What did you do instead? Well, I was basically reading pretty much a lot, pretty much the whole day. Of course, he had other stuff that he was doing as well, but the downtimes that he had, he was reading a book. And I was like, a book? I haven't told you to read a book. You haven't told me that you were trying to read a book, and so he told me which book it was, and it was just a random success book, I guess, that I'd never heard of. And then and I was like, oh, okay, cool. How's the book? And he's like, oh, it's really good. And then he told me all the other books that I suggest people to read, which is like Think and Grow Rich, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and Slide Edge and stuff like that. And he told me, right, those are the books you recommend? And I'm like, I got one that I recommend. Stop reading. Start doing. That's what I told him straight out. And he's like just laughing. But literally, seriously, stop reading. Why? Because you're stuffing your brain unnecessarily when you need to remember the one thing that you need to get done is to progress towards the land of your dreams. You know enough. You don't need more books right now, at least. You simply need momentum. You need 80-hour work weeks. That's what you need. And if you don't have 80-hour work weeks, stop reading. Stop stuffing things in your brain. Because this is how success works. You climb up. You have your theories, your philosophies, your education. You climb up one ladder. But then you gotta be very, very wise to not try to climb the second part of the ladder before you've taken action, right? Because that's how it works. You educate yourself and then you take action. Great, now that you've taken action, it didn't work very well, so you need more education. So you take more action. And then you take education, you get more action, but not formal education, the education of taking action. That's what you need. You have a plan, it's a sucky plan, but you take action on it anyway, then you get a better plan, and then you take action again, better plan, action. Do you understand what I mean? This is what you need. You don't need to stuff your brain anymore, because what happens when you stuff your brain, you become an academic. And you begin to remember all these facts and figures and math and science of whatever, like an academic who reads. There's 3 types of people in this world. Okay, I'm gonna make up some statistics. But number 1, okay, 3% of the people in the world make things happen. 17% of the people in the world follow the 3%ers, the people that make things happen. The 80% of the people, they ask, what happened? That's how life pretty much is. Who do you want to be? Because the academics belong to the 80%. The 80% who study what successful people have done, but then they don't do it themselves. This is ridiculous, right? The more academic you become, the less successful you become, right? Because it has to do with integrity. And it has to, because the more you learn and the less you do, and then you learn more, and you learn more, then you basically have a massive discrepancy between what you know and what you're doing. That is literally the definition of hypocrisy, the definition of lack of integrity and honesty, because you're not honest with yourself. You've got to take action at the same rate as your education. And right now you know enough. You don't need more information. You need to go out there and work 80 hours. and then we can figure out what your next step is. But if you're not doing 80 hours, it's a waste of time to educate yourself. Right? You need momentum. Because that's how you're going to remember where you're going, right? And also, those are the two things. You're stuffing your brain, or your emotions are getting in the way. Your emotions, basically, it could be fear. It could be like, I'm not good enough. I don't have enough information. It could be like you don't want to ruffle the feathers of other people, or you don't want to be different than other people, or whatever it is. It's always either that you just, actually, stuffing your brains is an action of fear. Like it's an act of fear. Because you're not taking action because you think you need more information. You don't need more information. You need to take action because that's how you get rid of the fear. Right? Face your fears and your fears will disappear. That's how success works. And once you understand this, it's simply about prioritizing your actions. And this, I recommend that you hire a coach for. Again, DM me at Men of High Value. I can get you through to the next step faster than you could on your own. Okay, I've been speaking to guys on Instagram for like a year that are still pretty much in the same spot. They've improved a little bit because they've listened to my channel again and again and again and again. But man, I could have helped them so much faster if they just asked. And you know, if I had capacity to help out everyone that asked questions for free, that would be awesome. But hey, get started with the 80-hour work week and then you'll be able to afford me for the coaching, right? Just simply makes sense. Anyway, what is my point with this video? Motive, vision, clarity. Clarity creates sense of urgency. If you have emotion towards your dreams and goals, but not to anything else, other than, you know, making sure that you do everything that you do in honesty, integrity, and don't, you know, use people, don't use them as means to an end. Because people are an end in and of themselves, right? So you never use people, right? As long as you don't do that, then it's all about emotion towards getting your land of your dreams. Do you understand what I mean? Because if you screw people over, then they're going to screw you over, and then you're not going to arrive in your land of your dreams. And if you do, maybe it'll be taken away because they do this and karma's a bitch and all that stuff, right? But if you do good by everyone, but neglect a lot of them, but in a good, nice people manner way, then you will get to your land of your dreams by serving people who want what you have. Do you understand what I mean? And as you do that, then it's simply about remembering every single day. Oh yeah, my vision. What's my vision? Oh, no, I can't do that right now. No, I'm not available. I'm working. Sorry, can't help you. Boom, boom, boom. You're increasing your value. Everyone's beginning to gravitate towards you because they want your time. The higher value you are, the more scarce you are, right? The higher value you become. So now suddenly everyone's gravitating towards you and you can keep saying no. And you say yes to your dreams and to your potential. Thank you so much for watching, guys. That's what I want to tell you. Let's check, let's check the chat. The honorable chat. Absolutely amazing when you guys, hey, seriously, those of you guys that are commenting on my videos, that are liking my videos, I'm talking about you, okay? Thank you so much for the support that you guys are giving me. It means a lot, okay? And it encourages me to keep going. I'll never give up anyway. I don't care what you guys do or not do, but it does really support me and I appreciate that. Having said that, let's see what people are reading and saying. SR has made it possible to do these 65 hours a week consistently. I wake up at 4 and take on the world. Looking to have you as a coach, Joseph. Awesome, Brandon. Thank you so much. Problem with negative emotions, they limit you mentally, but physically you're on point. Just because you feel tired doesn't mean that you're tired to do your duty. Yeah, man, I really like that comment. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, love the messages. Keep up the good work. Thumbs up. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe and like this video as always, and I'll see you